Hello everyone, Dr. Cary Yurkiw here, and we are live on YouTube and Instagram, and we're going to be talking about weight loss today. And if you have any questions about weight loss, please type them in the chat. I'll be talking about how I lost 30 pounds in 100 days and how you can do it too. I wrote about it in my book called um, The 100 Day Diet, and that book is on Amazon and it's in ebook, it's on in paperback, and it's audiobook as well. So today we're going to be talking about weight loss 101 and uh, what allowed me to lose weight. And I was struggling with weight loss uh, over the years. It just seems like every year I was gaining a little bit more and a little bit more weight until I was starting to get uncomfortable with that. I wanted to run and I wanted to sign up for some half marathons. And I thought if I continued this way, I wouldn't be able to do that, or my joints would start to be affected. I could get arthritis or breakdown of my joints. So for me, it was really important that I was able to find a way to lose weight. And um, probably over 4 or 5 years, I had struggled and finally did some research, looked into ways that people were successful at losing weight, and then what I could do to lose weight myself. So um, I guess for me, I had a predisposition because when I was younger, I struggled with weight, and uh, and then it took a while for me to lose weight. It was not until my 20s when I started working out. I started to exercise, and I had a really active lifestyle that I was able to lose some weight and get in better shape. And then in my 40s, I started to gain weight again, and it was really a struggle at that point to lose the weight. Even though I was trying to be active, I found I was gaining and gaining weight. And finally, this year, I was able to lose weight. I was able to lose 30 pounds in 100 days, and I talk about it in my book. So today I want to talk a little bit more about weight loss basics, why keto works, why intermittent fasting works, and some foods you should be focusing on and eating, and some lifestyle changes you should make. So before I do that, I'm going to just switch over here to my book and the introduction to it. I'm going to read a little bit from it, and the book is called The 100 Day Diet, and I'm going to talk about some weight loss secrets. So, um, have you struggled to lose weight and have failed repeatedly? I did too. Have you thought that you may never be able to do it? I did too. That was until I found these secrets. It was early in 2021, and I watched a Facebook episode where Kirk Cameron was doing a campfire revival for 100 days. I admired his perseverance and dedication to being on Facebook every night. Even when he was away on vacation, he was on. Around the same time, the newly elected president was working his 100-day plan. The thought of losing weight was on my mind on a daily basis. I thought, what if I put the same effort and dedication into losing weight for 100 days as the president and Kirk Cameron were doing? I thought if I was smart enough and motivated, and if I was willing to lose weight, there could be some new strategies. But could I do it? Well, you know the answer. I did. I lost 30 pounds in 100 days, and you can do it too. Previous unsuccessful tries. After many years of struggling with my weight, including my childhood, I finally found the secrets to losing weight. I had struggled with a number of different diets with very little or no success over the many years. Just when I was losing a few pounds, I would gain them right back again. I just didn't get it. I thought I was doing all the right things. I thought I knew enough to make changes and to lose weight, but it didn't work. I knew a lot about health and the human body because I'm a health professional. I had many hours of training in anatomy and physiology. I had seen patients lose weight and struggle in my clinic for over 25 years, yet it seemed like more and more people were gaining weight, now overweight, or obese, and I was now one of them. My background. When I was young, I was overweight. When I went shopping with my mom to get clothes for the next school year, we would always search for the husky jeans on the rack. Sometimes I was teased at school about my weight, but my friends loved it when I did a cannonball and made the biggest splash in the pool. I suppose it wasn't all that bad. I had to be missing something. I wanted to know more, and I started reading books and researching weight loss online. I also wanted to understand my history and journey better. Maybe if I understood the factors involved in weight gain, combat them with research and science, I could be successful at weight loss. That's a little bit about, from my book of how I was able to lose weight. And if you're interested, you can go over to Amazon. I'll tell you about the links in a minute. I'll have some links in the show notes where you can go over and get that book in the three formats: paperback, ebook, or audiobook. The weight loss basics in the book were I had to understand the physiology. So, in order to lose weight, you have to understand how your body works. And I had a basic understanding. I knew how the joints work, the muscles, but I didn't understand the metabolism and how the body mobilized fat and deposited fat. So that was an eye opener for me. And that led me to keto. I had tried keto before, lost a few pounds, but gained them right back again. And what I learned was your body works off of sugar and glycogen. But your body if your body gets rid of the sugar in the bloodstream and the glycogen stores are depleted, it switches into ketosis and it starts to burn fat for fuel. So everybody has this ability to switch. Now, certain people might have some underlying conditions, so it's important to check with your healthcare professional to make sure that the keto diet or fasting is okay for you. But for me, it was okay. And what I started doing was focusing on foods that were higher in fat, lower in carbs or sugars, and then eating protein. So that really worked for me because I was able to uh, eat more fatty foods. Like I would put olive oil uh, on my foods. I would incorporate olive oil and some butter and in what I was eating, some cheese. I would try and focus on protein and whether that was plant-based protein powder or fish or some meat. I would focus on healthy protein, try to get organic sources and um, try to get as clean of a source that I could. And so I started to work on a keto type of diet, and I talk about it in the book. And then what happened was I started to lose weight, but I was concerned I was going to get stuck at a certain point. So what I did is I started to research fasting. And for intermittent fasting, I was able to find out that there's a certain sweet spot. And a lot of the research said that uh, eight, 8 hours of eating and 16 hours of fasting was the sweet spot. So I kind of played around with different amounts of time of eating and not eating, and finally settled in with stopping uh, eating around 7 p.m. and then starting eating at 11 a.m. the next day. That tended to work for me. It wasn't very difficult. And it put my body into this place where it would start to have to rely on fats to burn for fuel. Also, there was some research on autolysis, which is the body kind of cleaning up itself by eating waste products in the bloodstream and in the body to get rid of those waste products, but to burn them as fuel. So I was really excited to find out that intermittent fasting was a good add-on to the keto diet that I was on, and I seemed to accelerate with my weight loss as the 100 days went on when I was doing both the keto and the intermittent fasting. Then I started to focus more on foods that I could eat. I started to focus on higher quality foods and some supplements. So to break my fast at 11 a.m., I would make a smoothie. And I still continue to do this to this day. So I would make a smoothie with a nut type of milks, so macadamia nut milk. I would eat almond milk, and then I would put in a plant-based protein powder. I would add in some fish oil, like omega-3 fatty acids, DHA, and EPA. And that was just for my body to get the best nutrition. Vitamin D, I would add in some vitamin C and vitamin B complex. And then I would add in some superfoods. And as I did research, I found spirulina to be a superfood, and it's like a blue-green algae. And so I started adding these really special things to my smoothies, and that made my smoothies just that much better. So I would break my fast around 11 a.m. with a smoothie, and then after that, um, I would eat a snack around 2 to 4, somewhere in there. It could be some keto crackers with some cheese or um, some fish like tuna. And then we would eat dinner later, and I would try to focus on vegetables, uh, any pure sources of protein. Could be tofu, could be fish, it could be chicken breast or lean meat. And I found by doing that, I really started to lose weight. I did have to count some calories, so I wanted to make sure I knew how many calories I was eating, and I used an app for that called Carb Manager. And I tried to keep my intake around 1500 to 1750 per day, and I'm about 200 pounds now. I started at 230 pounds, so I wanted to be around that amount. And then I started exercising, and that took a while to really get going with exercise. But I started walking and then doing some sprints and doing kind of like intervals. And those intervals really helped me to get in a lot better shape. So I burned some calories. I was watching the calories I was eating, and then I was watching the foods I was eating. Then I started to research lifestyle changes, and I found that sleep was really important. So I would do everything possible to get a good sleep. I would set up my room, the environment, so that it was conducive to sleep. If I didn't sleep well, I would take a nap or try to sleep in a little bit longer if I could. So I really made sleep a priority, and that helped me to, I think that really helped me to lose weight because it resets your brain, it resets some of the circadian rhythms, and it makes you more clear about making good decisions for food and lifestyle throughout the day. So that really helped. One other thing I'll mention that I don't have here is first thing in the morning when I would wake up, I would usually have a glass of water with an electrolyte tablet. And I found these Nuun, N-U-U-N, electrolyte tablets where I could put a tablet in water, drink that first thing in the morning, and then some black coffee. So that kind of started my day. That was my ritual. And then I started to develop a routine where I could do some meditation, a routine where I could have a prayer journal, a gratitude journal, and visualize. So I would go through these exercises, about 5 minutes of each in the morning to get my day started right and to anchor my day. And I found that that really helped too. So it's all in the book. Weight Loss 100-Day Diet is the name of the book. And I talk about how I lost weight um, in that book. And it's very simple to follow. And it's just based on the research I did and how the body works, the physiology, and some of the science that's out there. So if you want to buy the book or the audio version of it, go to the link in the bio if you're on Instagram. If you're on YouTube or if you're on other social media, you can go to the link in the show notes. And then what you can do is just click on that link and it will take you to a menu where you can buy the 100-Day Diet book. If you're interested in a one-on-one coaching session, that's something that I offer at True North. And you just have to click on the link and schedule a 15-minute or 30-minute consultation. You could also scan this code up here, the QR code, with your phone, and it'll take you right to the menu. So that's an easy way to go about it. Also, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook and Twitter. So you can like our page on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel because you're going to get the latest videos that we do, as well as our podcast, and that's on Android and Apple. So you basically can follow us, and we'll be talking about weight loss. We talk about other things too, um, I do talk to writers from time to time on how I wrote my book, and I have other books on Amazon. I talk about running because I love running and how to do half marathons. And I also talk to healthcare professionals because I've been practicing for over 25 years. So often I'm doing YouTube videos and podcasts to help younger health professionals that want to make better decisions about their career and their business going forward. So you'll see a mix of different webinars, but definitely weight loss will be one of the priorities going forward. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned something about weight loss and about the basics, and hope to see you guys on social media or